Happy SummerSlam season, everyone. What's up? GoodMicWork back at you with a watch-along. Haven't done one of these in a while. I started doing these earlier on this year. I did a couple for the Royal Rumble, I did a couple for WrestleMania, and now we are right on the doorstep of SummerSlam 2019 and figured I'd come up here and do a couple of these as well. As far as the video schedule on my channel goes for SummerSlam season, I've got a trip to take right before SummerSlam, so I didn't really have a lot of time to do any major videos for SummerSlam. So you're going to get 3 this time around. You're going to get 2 watch-alongs, this one right here and another one in just a couple of days. And coming up on August 3rd, I've got a This Day in History video planned that is SummerSlam related. So that's all I'm going to really have time to get up for SummerSlam as far as SummerSlam themed videos go. But I'll be up here as usual with my predictions, my live reaction for SummerSlam, my Go Home Raw stream, my post SummerSlam Raw stream, all of that I'll be up here for, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. I was inspired to do these watch-alongs by, of course, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, who is on everybody's shit list right now because, number one, he turned up by surprise at Money in the Bank and stole the briefcase at the last minute. Then he turned up by surprise at Extreme Rules and cashed in on Seth Rollins. And he is currently your Universal Champion in WWE, 3-time Universal Champion, and he's heading into SummerSlam to defend the belt. And a lot of people have been very upset with Brock's usage over the past couple of years, myself included. Very frustrating when a part-time guy sits on his ass and holds a world title hostage for as long as he does. And I'm a big Brock supporter. I like Brock. I don't want him to disappear and go away forever or anything like that, but it really rubs me the wrong way when he's champ for a year and a half. So I figured for my watch-alongs, even though a lot of people are sick and tired of Brock Lesnar right now, I thought it might be fun to reflect back on some of Brock's better moments. And maybe look at some of the things that make us remember what makes Brock so great. And I've picked out my 2 favorite SummerSlam matches that Brock Lesnar has ever had. Probably his 2 most famous. The first one I'm going to do here was way back in 2002 when this man was 25 years old. Went into the main event of SummerSlam to take on The Rock for the WWE title. And boy, he got launched on this night. It's one of my favorite SummerSlam matches ever, just because of how badass Brock looked and how awesome Rock was, for putting the guy over. Rock knew this guy was money. He knew the potential of this kid, and he was just a freak of nature athletically. The dude was unbelievably huge, strong, talented, skilled, and he took to wrestling about as quickly as Kurt Angle did. An absolute beast. And I was always sad that he left in 2004 because I thought he was just amazing. One of my favorite guys to watch in the WWE during that time. Fast forward 8 years after Brock leaves, he comes back in 2012 and has had a pretty good run for himself in WWE, working part-time up until the past couple of years when he's been winning world titles and then never being on TV. And Brock Lesnar, as it stands right now in July of 2019, he has still not wrestled a match on Raw in 17 years. That's insane. So I wanted to try to remember some of the good things about Brock Lesnar and try to make us all remember how awesome this fucking guy was. So the first match we're going to watch here is from SummerSlam 2002, of course. Hopefully during this time of me talking, you fired up your WWE network. And for those of you who remember my previous watch-alongs, I'm going to give you a timestamp to go to on the WWE network, and I want you to pause it there, and then we can all hit play together and watch it together. I'm also going to put a timer on the screen here for you. So if you want to pause, rewind, fast forward, all you have to do is match up your timer on the WWE network to the timer on the screen, and you can follow along with no problem. You also have to be a subscriber to the WWE network. You will not see the audio or the video, on the screen. You won't hear any audio either because I have my earphones to put in. And we're basically just going to watch this match together, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about my memories of this match, what I remember about Brock's initial push and his run and his launching here, and how truly shocking this night was. And even though you could kind of feel he might win, I didn't think it was going to be like this. And make sure you stay tuned in the next couple of days for another watch-along coming up, which might be another my other favorite Brock Lesnar match of all time at SummerSlam, and probably is a lot of y'all's too. And just not to let the cat out of the bag, but it took place 5 years ago. You know which one I'm talking about. So anyway, hopefully during this time you've got the network pulled up. Like I said, go to the Rock and Brock match, and I'm going to give you the exact timestamp. It's going to be 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 41 seconds. I'll flash that up here on the screen for you as well. 2 hours, 23 minutes, 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 41 seconds. And it's going to be right, you have to pause it at the exact time because they're going through the big video package for Rock and Brock, the big workout package where they both look like $1 million. And I think right at the end, Rock says something like, all I care about is being the absolute best. As soon as he says the word best, hit pause. And like I said, that timestamp will be 2 hours, 23 minutes, 41 seconds. And I'll put a picture of the screen, what I see here on the WWE Network, just a wide shot of The Rock saluting the crowd in the video package. And then as soon as you hit play, it's immediately going to cut to Brock Lesnar's music, and he's going to make his way to the ring. So hopefully you're ready to go. Got it all ready. Got your finger on your mouse, and we're all going to click, or your remote control, and we're all going to click play at the same time. So we're going to do this in a count of 3. Y'all ready? All right, here we go. Rock defending the WWE title against Brock Lesnar from SummerSlam 2002 main event. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. And Brock's music has hit. Look at Heyman with the ponytail. God, look at this guy. I mean, he's scared. I'm scared shitless of him. This is 17 years ago, and I'm cowering just looking at him. This was the Brock I remember. This is the Brock I loved. His 2-year run here was incredible. Heyman was his agent, not his advocate at this time. Tony Chimmel doing the announcements. Oh, Brock did the big leap up onto the apron, but he didn't have the ring post pyro yet. Here we go. I never liked that title belt, the Undisputed title. I didn't like that belt design. I like that motherfucker over my shoulder. But that Undisputed title in 2002, I thought it was ugly as shit. A lot of people like that belt, though. I just don't. Here comes Rock. This was a stacked SummerSlam, man. We had Shawn and Triple H earlier on in the night, Kurt Angle and Mysterio, Flair and Jericho. Unreal. I should have reviewed this whole thing. I just didn't have time. So we're doing a watch along. Here comes Rock sprinting to the ring. These two guys right here were in their athletic prime. Jesus. Belly to belly through Rock all the way across the ring. I mean, just look how strong both these guys look. The workout montages and video packages leading up to this match were incredible. This was amazing. Crowd is already on the Rock. Rocky sucks. I watched this on pay-per-view. Ordered it. I was living in Wilmington, North Carolina at this time. Living pretty close to the beach. And I remember thinking, man, these fans reminded me a lot of WrestleMania with Hogan. But that just shows you how great Brock was. I mean, this guy was only on TV up until this point 4 months. I think he debuted after WrestleMania. Here it is SummerSlam. He's in the main event. Fans are behind him, and they're shitting on the biggest babyface, second biggest maybe behind Austin, in WWE history. Okay, Hogan too. Third biggest, but you know what I mean. Heyman with a boot to the Rock's midsection on the replay there. They are outside the barricade now. Rock's about to get throat dumped on the barricade, I would assume. There it is. You know, Rock put dudes over, man. He made Goldberg and Brock in WWE. He made them both. I mean, I argue this version of Brock Lesnar could have gone into the UFC, looking the way he does, and won a couple of fights. Imagine if he chose that profession instead of pro wrestling and stuck with it as long as some of the other legends. 2002, before the chest sword tattoo of Brock. Awful lot of muscle in this ring. Heyman, you prick. By the way, we got Michael Cole and Taz on commentary for this because this is a SmackDown match. We got Kyoto as the ref. Chimmel did the announcements. Paul Heyman is choking The Rock. It's an all-star cast out here in the main event of SummerSlam. I was at the SummerSlam the year before this in Raleigh. Got to see that crazy TLC match or ladder match. Loved Rock's punches. Nobody does a thigh slap better than The Rock. Power slam, wow. And two, I think as fans, we have to appreciate the stage that Brock is on. I mean, WWE was still pretty fucking hot in 2002. Rocky sucks, chants are loud. I mean, for Brock to be as young as he is, a little bit of OVW, 4 months on TV, and he's on a stage like this with this type of pressure against a guy like this in The Rock. And he's out there like it's nothing. Doesn't look nervous at all. Looks like he's ready to kill a motherfucker. Brock posted himself. He's going belly to back. Look at Rock taking Brock to Suplex City. God, that crowd. I mean, they were against Rock. It wasn't like the Hogan match where they... Oh, a double nip up. That was awesome. I forgot about that spot. Wow. You know, the Rock being booed at Mania seemed like it was a slow process, or slower. They were shitting on him from the minute his music hit during this match. Rock taking Brock down with a clothesline and a DDT. 2 count. I miss just the crowd energy of these times, too. You got the signs out in full effect. You can, like, it's cliched, but you can, like, there's an electricity to it that's just so intense. Paul Heyman just took a right hand, too. Leg whip onto Brock, or leg drag. And a sharpshooter on Brock. He's really got that sharpshooter on. Brock's not giving up, though. Let's go, Lesnar chants. Unreal. Fucking that New York crowd did not give a shit. Where were they? Nassau, I think. It's a very interesting sharpshooter. Brock has got that applied like shit. Bret Hart would be appalled. Heyman's back up there. And he brings a chair. Kyoto, you idiot. How do you not see that chair? Oh, back in the day when Heyman could take bumps. I don't think he could go over the top rope now. He might die. All right, Heyman is in the ring. Almost got rock bottom. There's a chair in the fucking ring. This is all okay with Kyoto. Chair to the ribs. Bam. I forgot there was a chair in this match. I actually thought he beat him completely clean. He virtually did still, but... The big bear hug. That's right. That awesome match on SmackDown, right? Hogan and Brock. Brock wiped the blood. Oh, fucking great. God, Rocky sucks chants loud, man. God, look how strong. I mean, Brock is like, what, 260 at this point? Brock is just tossing him around like it's nothing. Let's go, Lesnar. Heyman was one of the best as far as outside the ring. Look at him right there. He's got his hands like, he's just screaming. He's animated as hell. My favorite ever was when Brock beat the streak and Heyman, his reaction when he got into the ring and he's on his knees. Oh my God, oh my God. He's fucking great. You believe everything he does. Dude should be an actor. On a recent live stream of mine, somebody said he should play the Penguin in a Batman movie. I'm like, yeah, he'd probably be awesome. He'd pull it off. Probably be the best Penguin ever. He'd Heath Ledger the shit out of that Penguin character. Ooh, that looks graphic. That would have been funny if this is the way the match ended. The arm went down 3 times and Kyoto's like, all right, ring the bell. Rock said something there. I don't know what it was. I always liked Rock's "my calves are so big, my boots can't hold them" boots. Those are awesome. Heyman back on the apron again. Oh, there's Rock evened up the score there from the chair shot and nailed Brock and his jewels. Maybe that's why him and Sable never had any kids. Trying to remember who I thought was going to win this. I thought Brock was going to win. But looking back, it was extremely obvious now. I mean, Brock was back just briefly in between movies. Austin was gone. They needed to make somebody. Void needed to be filled, so. I was at a Raw and a SmackDown, and during the build of this, one of them was, that spot right there where Rock punches Brock and he goes tumbling over the top rope. I was at a SmackDown in Fayetteville, and they did that spot, and they fucked it up, and they had to come back and do it again, because back then SmackDown was taped. It was like a stare down in the ring or something. I think Rock or Brock, one of them had on like workout pants. I just remember that bump. I was really close to the ring for that. And I remember they came back in the ring, did the whole thing again. It was hilarious. On that same show, Brock is taken apart on an announce table. On that same show, Taz shot Tony Chimmel in the dick with a t-shirt gun, and he got pissed. And I watched the two of them argue on the outside of the ring during like a commercial break. Heyman took a face full of table. Slingshot. Wow. I have never seen anyone take or sell a slingshot like that. Brock almost hit the top of the ring post. You see that? That was incredible. Heyman. Is Heyman going to go through this table? I have not seen this match in I don't know how many years. Wow. Heyman took a rock bottom through the table. And Brock saying, "Are you all right?" or Rock is. Wow. Some of this shit I forget. It's been so long since I've seen it. I completely forgot that Heyman took that bump. Good for him. ECW, baby. All right, Rock's got him back in the ring here. Boy. Rock, I think, if I remember right here in interviews and stuff, I think this actually did bother him. This was kind of similar to Shawn in Madison Square Garden at Survivor Series in 96. I think it rattled him a little bit. I think this match might have made Rock realize he didn't really need to be there. He's like, they don't want me, I'll just go to movies. Rock bottom to Lesnar. He hesitated. Wow. Very, very close. I like when The Rock talks, what's going on? I like when he talks to himself, when he reflects. The Rock asked himself a question, and The Rock answered it. Let's go, Lesnar. Crowd does not like him. Wow, rock bottom to The Rock. By the way, if I have a cat meowing, he's underneath me. I can't hear it. I hope that's not annoying. I have my earphones in, so I really hope he's not being an asshole. Rock kicks out of his own rock bottom. We are setting up here for the finish, I think, because, yeah, we've got a minute and a half left here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, that pork sign was always hanging around at WWE pay-per-views. I don't know how many times I saw that sign that said pork, even written the same way. Shout out to the pork sign guy. All right, we got both guys to their feet here. I can't remember if they trade some right hands or they just get to it. Oh, there we go. All right, people's elbow. The crowd does not want anything to do with it. Wow, they're loud. Wow, Brock. Damn. Got right up. Look at that. And just like that, he's up in F5. Look at that crowd. They know it. Oh, Rock blocked. Or Rock reversed it. He'll get him this time. Counter the rock bottom. Oh, swung right around. That's awesome. He's got him this time. Nailed it. Rock took it like a boss, too. 1, 3. And a beast was born. That was one of the most incredible SummerSlam wins I've ever seen. Somebody coming in that quick, at that level, main event, world title. And WWE's close to the peak of their popularity. I mean, you have to be incredible. Look at that. Jesus, he's a beast. You have to be incredibly talented to be put that high that quick. I mean, that was no jabroni he beat. That was The Rock. The next big thing has arrived indeed. And that was it. And the pay-per-view goes off the air. So yeah, those were the days, man, with Brock Lesnar. I miss those early days of his when he was so dominant, so strong, so hot. Crowd loved him. He was fun to watch, super fun to watch. I never got tired of his matches. And he would go on to have great ones with Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and then, year and a half later, he'd be done, out the door, playing for the Minnesota Vikings. Crazy. So these are the days of Brock's that I like the most. These are the type of matches that remind me of why Brock makes the money he makes, has the position that he has. Yes, it might rub us fans the wrong way, but the dude's a bona fide star and you can't deny it, no matter what you want to do. So anyway, thanks for hanging out, watching this classic SummerSlam match with me. Check back in a couple of days and we will all collectively watch Brock Lesnar annihilate Mr. Cena. Y'all be good. Peace.